freisin.
I want to firstly congratulate my colleague Deputy Caoimhghín Ó Caoláin on bringing this bill through tonight, and for all his hard work on this issue over the years. And of course he followed and worked along with Arthur Morgan, our TD for Louth, who worked on this issue very hard too. I also want to welcome the survivors of symphysiotomy who have joined us here this evening. These women have showed incredible bravery and strength throughout this ordeal, and I have the utmost respect and admiration for them. And I also pay tribute to Mary O'Connor, who's worked hand in hand with them and brought her considerable expertise to this campaign. Symphysiotomy is a cruel and dangerous childbirth operation that unhinges the pelvis, severing the symphysis joint, or in the case of pubiotomy, sundering the pubic bones. Ireland was the only country in the developed world to practice this discarded surgery in the mid to late 20th century. At least 1,500 of these 18th century operations were performed here from 1942 to 2005, mostly in Catholic hospitals. Around 200 women survive today, many of them permanently disabled, incontinent and in pain. Some lost their babies during the procedure. These operations were performed in preference to caesarean section, the standard treatment for difficult births. They were subject to a barbaric and cruel practice that this state should be ashamed of. But not only should the state be ashamed of how these women were treated, but then also how long it has taken for them to find truth and justice up until hopefully now and in the very near future. It happened all those years ago when they were subject to this brutality, and it is happening still as they are blocked from seeking redress. In the debate around this issue, a wide range of TDs will address this chamber. But this is not enough. It is not good enough to come here and simply empathise with these women. We are legislators, and we must legislate in the best interests of all the citizens of this state, including these women who come here tonight hoping for some acknowledgement of the hideous practice that they were subjected to. This is what we are here to do, and it is our duty. As Justice spokesperson for Sinn Féin, I want to see justice done. And these women finally, after all these years and all the trauma inflicted upon them, must be able to seek redress that they so rightly deserve. What has been introduced here tonight by Deputy Ó Caoláin is a legal necessity. The bar created by the Statute of Limitations sets a 2-year time limit in initiating actions in personal injury cases, which has blocked so many of these women. As most of us know, the Joint Oireachtas Committee on Justice recommended the lifting of the statute bar just last June. These women will finally be able to take legal action if they so desire. Since I've taken my seat in this chamber, we have had numerous debates around women and the way that they have been treated by the state. We owe this to the women of Ireland to allow this bill to pass through this chamber tomorrow night. We need to face up to our shameful record on the relationship of women with this state and start attempting to right these wrongs. Many of the women subjected to this cruel practice have sadly passed away. For them, the state let them down. Let us not do this to one more survivor. This chamber must legislate for these women, and we must do it now. I want to just wrap up with these few comments. Like every TD in this chamber, I think we were all deeply moved when we finally came to the Taoiseach's apology on behalf of the state in terms of the Magdalene laundries, and we looked at the women and we met them afterwards and what it meant to them. And of course, we still have to sort out redress and take that home. We need to take home the Bethany homes. There are a number of great shames for our people, and the women gathered around here tonight, heroic, inspirational, wonderful, wonderful women, need to also at some point have the same apology given to them by our Taoiseach on behalf of the state, as well as this bill and as well as all the redress that they're entitled to. That's what they deserve, no more and no less.
Margaret and Chuck Sandra McClellan.